Chapter 60 to 61. Minato stood on the highest branch, his blue eyes scanning the distance. Even without the Byakugan's far-reaching vision, Minato could sense the dense chakra ahead. They're not hiding at all, he thought. The land of lightning, Kumogakure, was a formidable enemy, always warlike and strong, with a tough internal unity. It was a very tricky opponent. However, Minato felt no fear. With Flying Thunder God at his disposal, few could challenge him. He threw several special kunai as teleportation points and vanished, reappearing among his comrades. Minato-sama! Most of the Konoha advance unit was present, excluding those guarding the rear, the fallen, and those dispatched as free agents. Over 320 remained. Some losses, but manageable. The enemy is straight ahead, about 5 kilometers away, Minato stated calmly, looking around. We will engage them there. The Kumo shinobi arrived before us and set up defensive jutsu. Charging in blindly would be costly. So I'll go in first to disrupt their formation. When you see the signal, engage them directly. The handsome young man with golden hair fondled his special kunai, speaking gently, Any objections? Whether Hyuga or Uchiha, no Konoha shinobi objected. On the battlefield, defying direct orders from your superior could be fatal. In the ninja world, where superhuman abilities existed, the art of warfare was less about strategy and more about sheer bravery and strength. As their leader, Minato Namikaze charging first was the mark of a capable leader. Good. Minato smiled. Then everyone, let's hope we see each other again tonight. With the Flying Thunder God technique, even the Sharingan couldn't track how he disappeared. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. After 7 seconds, the forest 5 kilometers away erupted with dust and a series of explosions. The defenses and traps set by Kumogakure were swiftly dismantled, and lives were mercilessly taken. Roar. The remaining Konoha shinobi heard a furious beast roar. Despite the distance, the ominous chakra of the 8 tails raised goosebumps. Charge! Someone shouted, and the 320 Konoha shinobi rushed forward, arms flung back, sprinting at full speed. Upon reaching the battlefield, they saw the ravaged land and 3 clashing titans. The shockwaves from their battle tore through the sky and forest, each burst of power deadly enough to kill an ordinary shinobi. Minato and the AB combo were at it again. Kumogakure's forces noticed the incoming Konoha shinobi and, without hesitation, abandoned their injured comrades. The air crackled with the sound of lightning release. Without even a battle cry, both sides clashed brutally. In mere seconds, over a dozen shinobi closed their eyes forever. Uchiha's fireballs, Aburame's insect swarms, lightning-wreathed swords, and bronze-skinned warriors moving at high speed. Under the multicolored jutsu, the land turned into a wasteland, its ecosystem utterly destroyed. Even creatures hiding deep underground were pulverized by chakra, limbs, entrails, and blood. Killing was the theme of this land. Whether a young genius, a seasoned warrior, or a person with a lover waiting back in the village, all could lose their lives here. For most shinobi, even most jonin, a small kunai could easily end their lives. Even with chakra in the world, people were no happier. But perhaps, even without chakra, humans would find other superpowers to slaughter each other. Those superpowers might be called steam, electricity, nuclear fission, gene programming. It has always been a massive arena. Yuto paused by a stream. His extraordinary Byakugan was at maximum power, the veins bulging alarmingly as if they might burst. Even concentrating all his chakra into his eyes, Yuto could only see faint smoke in the distance. About 10 kilometers to the battle's center, he estimated, adjusting his chakra to maintain Byakugan at a moderate level. At that moment, a squad appeared in his vision. It was a small supply team from Kumogakure. 2 Chunin, 5 Genin, and the rest were ordinary warriors from the land of lightning. Yuto frowned slightly. They were on a collision course. He pondered, hands ready to form a transformation jutsu. But before releasing his chakra, he stopped, remaining as he was. With a sigh, the young man said softly, "Better be cautious and kill them." He drew 2 kunai, holding them ready, head lowered. Soon, the supply team saw him. "Hey, you there! Who are you? Identify yourself!" the leading Kumo Chunin shouted. Swoosh! Without a word, Yuto attacked. Yuto, who had trained in the lion's fang bite and chakra-enhanced strength for 7 months, surpassed these Chunin in power and speed. In less than a minute, the Kumo team was annihilated. Smoke rose as a massive slug was summoned. "Please take these Kumo shinobi corpses and supplies to Shikotsu Forest for now. I'll deal with them in a few days." "Sure, Yuto-kun." The slug enveloped everything with its soft body and disappeared in white smoke. In war, such missing squads were countless and wouldn't attract any attention. Yuto scanned the area to ensure nothing was overlooked before heading towards the battlefield 10 kilometers away. He moved at a moderate pace. His Byakugan was his main weapon. Every close approach risked being spotted by Konoha shinobi. However, after 3 kilometers, Yuto reconsidered and put on a menacing Hanya mask. As night fell, he smelled blood in the air. This was war, where countless lives fell into the vortex of slaughter, regardless of age or gender. Disappearances, deaths, crippling injuries, massacres. Events that would cause uproar in peacetime hardly made waves in war. With the Hanya mask on, Yuto took a deep breath. War, how convenient it is. The sky gradually darkened. As time passed, the battlefield at the border between the land of hot water and the land of frost expanded. Both Konoha and Kumogakure had their formations disrupted and scattered across the battlefield. Apart from those engaged in one-on-one duels, the rest were fighting in small groups, gritting their teeth against the enemy. Minato and the A and B duo from Kumogakure were no longer on this battlefield, fighting elsewhere. Only a few small skirmishes remained scattered across the vast border area. The battle was nearing its end. The victors would solidify their position at the border between the two countries, securing the upper hand in this long war. 8 trigrams, palms, revolving heaven! Shinosuke Hyuga shouted as he spun rapidly, creating an impenetrable shield of chakra that repelled 2 sword-wielding Kumo shinobi. A flash of ruthlessness appeared in his eyes as he swiftly approached the airborne enemies, delivering a series of gentle fist strikes. The deadly chakra disrupted their internal organs and chakra pathways instantly. At that moment, a hand suddenly tapped his shoulder. "Young Master Shinosuke-sama!" A deep voice spoke from behind him. "Let's go. These 2 are as good as dead." Shinosuke didn't turn around, his voice cold. "Takuya, you let these 2 slip by." He addressed the fellow clan member directly by name, his tone distinctly hostile, a sign of strained relations. "Apologies, young Master Shinosuke-sama." Takuya stepped back, revealing his charred right hand. "This hand is useless now. The Kumo Jonin's lightning release was too strong." Shinosuke grunted in dissatisfaction, but reluctantly accepted the explanation. Several figures emerged from the forest, all wounded and weary. They formed a protective circle around Shinosuke, who, unlike them, was from the main branch of the Hyuga clan. The Hyuga were a ninja clan where the main family wasn't sheltered from combat, but had to be skilled in battle. Shinosuke, having received elite training from the clan elders, was a skilled fighter and undertook missions outside the village. However, as a member of the main family, he was always guarded by branch family shinobi in battle. If danger arose, the branch family protectors would sacrifice themselves to ensure his safety. The protectors typically included 1 jonin and several branch family chunin, a formidable force with the Byakugan alerting them to threats, making it difficult for any enemy to threaten the main family members' lives. After waiting a while, Shinosuke frowned. "Where is Masato?" "Young master, Masato might be in trouble. He injured his ankle while covering our retreat." The ankle, often referred to as the root of the ninja, is critical. An injury there severely hampers a ninja's mobility, more so than a hand injury. "Oh," Shinosuke nodded indifferently. "Let's move." "Yes, Shinosuke-sama." "Takuya, when we return to the village, I'll request another Jonin guard." "That is your right, Shinosuke-sama." "Ha. What about having Yuto guard me? Unfortunately, he's a student of one of the Sannin, so that might be difficult to arrange." No one suggested rescuing their comrade. For the branch family protectors, the safety of the main family member was paramount. Shinosuke's indifferent attitude went unchallenged. The Hyuga clan was one where a minority of masters controlled a majority of subordinates. Despite sharing the same Keki, Genkai, and bloodline, the main family never considered the branch family, marked by the caged bird seal, as equals. From the moment the caged bird seal was created, everything was set in stone, even if the seal was originally intended for a good purpose. In the war-torn forest, Shinosuke was swiftly advancing towards the rendezvous point with his protectors, a place fortified by defensive ninjutsu, ensuring safety. Confident he wouldn't face military punishment for retreating early, Shinosuke knew 6 of his branch family protectors had already died, justifying his actions. However, as Shinosuke pondered ways to have Yuto assigned as his protector, a beastly roar echoed from the dense forest. Had they been Kumo shinobi, they might have understood the implications. But Shinosuke and his protectors merely hesitated, cautiously adopting defensive stances. On the day Konoha and Kumogakure clashed, the long-awaited lion's fang struck its intended target without mercy. A man in an Oni mask charged from afar, moving with terrifying speed. His angle of approach was peculiar, with his chin tucked to his chest, maintaining a perfect angle that the Byakugan's 360-degree vision couldn't cover. His speed was such that none of the Hyuga could see his face clearly. "Lion's fang," a barely audible voice murmured. Almost simultaneously, the masked figure reached the Hyuga group. Shinosuke still couldn't see his face, but his Byakugan detected the chakra flow within the enemy's body, from the elbow to the shoulder, through the joint points, rotating to the wrist. This is the gentle fist!" The young master's pupils shrank to pinpoints. Shocked and incredulous, he blurted out, "You are! Bite!" The last 2 words were roared by Yuto Hyuga. To maximize his speed, he reduced his raw power. At this moment, the bite didn't instantly tear the enemy apart. But the exchange of speed for power was worth it. Just before the branch family protectors could unleash their revolving heaven, Yuto succeeded in reaching Shinosuke. His chakra-encased right fist slammed into Shinosuke's abdomen. Then he extended his left hand, forcefully covering Shinosuke's mouth. His fingers tore through Shinosuke's lips, prying into his mouth. Terrified, Shinosuke instinctively bit down on Yuto's fingers. Blood spurted, exposing the bone in Yuto's fingers. Yet, the branch family youth seemed immune to pain. With maximum force, he yanked Shinosuke's lower jaw, tongue included, from his mouth. In the forest, Yuto, like a lion tearing its prey, was wild and ruthless.